Yeah. What's good? What's good? What's good, family? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome, welcome. Once again to the Self-Love No Rules channel. Well, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome over here, family. Bring everybody in. Bring everybody in. We coming with a grin. Bring all your sins. Bring all your kins. We welcome everybody in. Bring them all. Tell them to come on in. The Self-Love Absolutely Rules channel is back on again. We ain't got no rules over here, family. We ain't got no rules over here. Bring everybody over here. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, we gonna jump right into it, family. Go get everybody. Bring the kids. We talking to the kids today, family. We talking to the kids especially today. We'll bring everybody in, okay? We got a very special program on today, fam, and let's go hit real close to home right here, okay? So we gonna talk to the we talking in response to the children, the ones that can't really speak up for themselves today. Okay, so we could go bring the children in. We're not gonna do Sesame Street right now, but it gonna be that self-love street, okay? we got a different big bird. We got a different big bird out here, okay? Look, see. Yeah, that's a different. We got a different. We got a different yellow bird out here today, okay? Tell Oscar the Grouch to stay inside the rubbish bin, and we gonna do something different today, okay? On the self-love street. That's what we doing today, fam. So go call. I'll wait. I'll wait. Go get everybody. Call them all in. Call them all in. So yeah. So today, family. Yeah. We gonna get right into it because I'm not sure how long this message is gonna be, and I'm not gonna keep everybody because we got a real sensitive subject on today. Let me take these out. Hold on. Yeah. So yeah, we got a real sensitive subject today, fam. And we gonna be talking about the children today, okay? And once again, some things that like I said, fam, like sometimes we may not be aware, of what may be going on in our children's lives, because you see, we got to the point where, like, we get so busy with our lives, and look, we may be doing the best we can, fam, but we get so busy with our lives that we may have forgotten what it's like to be a child, and so, I mean, for some of us, it may feel like it's been 1,000 years. Okay, we get so busy, and we may be in our 20s or whatever, but we get so busy that we forget what it's like to be a child, okay? And like, and at the same time, that's neither here nor there, because the children are really, they're growing up, and and they got those innocent minds, family, and like, this world is a whole lot different. It's a whole lot different for them than it is for us, family. You know what I mean? Because, like, we may have put up some walls where we don't see the things that they see anymore, because from our childhood, we may have went away from all of that. And so we don't really see the things that they see anymore. We don't really feel how they feel anymore because we don't put up our walls, but they haven't had a chance to put up their walls yet. So they may be seeing some things that they may not be talking about, family, you know, and they may be seeing stuff that, you know, that we forgot about that we seen as kids, okay? And you know, and imagine if you're an adult and you going through some fears, you gotta imagine what these children may be going through, family. And that's what we're gonna get on today. We're gonna jump into that. But for first, I just wanna touch on this real quick, fam, because I wanna say, look, like I told y'all, fam, like right now at this stage, and this is for the children as well, okay? It's like this. When I say that peace is priceless, family, you know, that's what it is, fam. You know what I mean? Like you like that, you know, you can't really put a price on that, family. You can't put a price on that. Cause see, I mean, without peace, even the rich man is gonna be poor. Okay? Like, you know, you can have all the money in the world, but you know, your kids don't even want to be around you. Okay? You can have all the money in the world and, you know, you can't even really come outside because, you know, you're not good to be around. You know, so you know, you just may not, you know, like I say, money don't really bring you that peace, family. Now listen, let me be clear. You know, listen, you know, it ain't nothing wrong with you know, having luxuries of the world and having certain comforts and this and that or whatever. But let me talk about my life personally, fam. Okay, and you know, see, the peace that I was given, family, it's a real gift. It's a real gift for me, fam. You know, that peace that I have, it comes with my connection to the divine. All right, I'm talking about that divine that's within me. Like I said before, fam, I didn't get this peace from anywhere else. You know, I didn't get this peace outside of myself. I didn't go on no book or on no cloud or over here in the, you know, in the temple, anything like that, fam. You know what I mean? I found that peace within myself. And, you know, and I made a decision. That, listen, I mean, I don't care what comes, you know what I mean? I don't care if, you know, all the money in the world taken away from me. You know, if someone threatens my child or this and that, whatever, if the divine, you know, tells me, listen, you know, if it come down to your child and this and that, whatever, look, I made a decision, family, that is nothing gonna take, because look, we all got our own journeys, and I'm not gonna allow anything to come between my peace, family. I'm not talking about from a place of fear. I'm talking about a place of knowing that if the divine comes to me and tells me, listen, you know what I mean, this and that or whatever, or somebody comes and tell me, you know, they're gonna threaten my child or this and that, whatever like that. But listen, I trust the divine so much that I believe that they're gonna be divinely protected, fam. It's like that. It's like that over here in my world, family. You know, I don't get romantic love, family, whatever it is, family. It ain't nothing separating me from that connection that I have with that divine that's within me. And once again, family, I'm not talking about from no place of fear. I'm talking about this is a decision that I made in the journey of my life as the master and as the creator of my life, that this was my gift. This is my birthright. This is what I was given. I believe with all my heart that if it came right down to it, if I had to give up my child versus my connection with the divine, that's what it's going to be. Okay? Because I know that they're going to be okay. All right, family? They're going to be okay. And it's like that right now for me, family. And nobody can't tell me otherwise or whatever. But that's the faith that I have in my life and in my journey. Okay? It's like that over here, family. It's like that over here. And I love my children. Let's not get it twisted. I love my children. But it's one thing that I realized, family. And it's like this. I'm not gonna sacrifice my soul out of fear. Okay? I'm not gonna sacrifice my soul because I'm afraid of somebody threatening this or doing that, whatever like that, to my child and my family, or threatening to take money away from me, or this and that, whatever, family. We not falling for that illusion no more over here in my world, fam. But that's what I'm talking about in my world, okay? And and look, fam, and like I say, you know, the love that I have for myself is unconditional, family. It's unconditional, and it's unwavering. You know what I mean? And my connection with the divine and is what it is. You know, that's unwavering, family. And but like I said, fam, that peace, that when you make that decision that the peace is priceless, you're not gonna be worried about the money, fam. You're not gonna be worried about this and that or whatever, chasing the bag. You're not gonna let your bank accounts decide who you're gonna be, and if that brings value in your life, or is that defining who I am? You know, we really not, we really don't, we really understand that we're gonna be attracting beautiful souls. You know what I mean? We're gonna attract that when you have that strong, that powerful, and you confident in what it is that you're doing, then you're gonna attract those individuals that are like that. But if you over here chasing the bag, and if you worried about whether or not, you know what I mean, you stressed out, and you worried about whether or not, you know, you wondering where your next dollar gonna come from, and this and that or whatever, you know, you're gonna start attracting those things. You're gonna start attracting those things that are exactly like that. You know, and our children these days, you know, they have the example that they have to chase a bag. And, you know, they're getting, you know, a lot of them getting their hearts broke early, 10 years old, 9, 8, you know, early, you know, because they're getting examples of, you know, this is what the world is like. You know, you got to get that bag. You got to chase that bag, you know, and then they going after other people that's chasing the bag. And so they drawing that kind of stuff into them, instead of realizing that the world is beautiful, you know, and that, listen, it's not even all about that, okay? And so, and look, fam, let's not get it twisted. Like, even in my life, okay, even in my life, I done been through some things, fam. You know what I mean? Like, look, I done been out in the cold. I done slept in cold cars. You know what I mean? I laughed for weeks and I cried for months, okay? And you know, I had to take buses. You know, it may have came to the time where I didn't say a word for like about a whole year, okay? But at the end of the day, I'm here, all right? And over here, fam, we ain't got no rules over here, okay? And we ain't got no rules over here. That's why everything goes over here, family. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody. I got my receipts, fam. I done been through the mud, okay? I mean, you can't really judge a book by its cover. You never know what anybody has been through, fam. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what, you know, you get people, you walking around and this and that, whatever. You don't know what anybody has been through. That's why you really can't judge a book by its cover, you know. And over here, you know, we gonna have fun. You know, we not gonna have, you know, we gonna throw out all the rules about, you know, what I should do and this and that, whatever like that. Some people may be wondering, well, why is he doing it that way? Why is he? Because I'm doing it. I'm doing this world how I want to do it now. I'm the creator. I'm the creator of my world, and I'm gonna do this world exactly how I want to do it, in my own uniqueness as the creator of my universe. See, that's what I decided in my world, fam. Okay. That's what I decided. All right. And on this channel, the only thing I'm doing is allowing others. I'm not trying to change anybody or fix anybody or tell anybody to do this and that, fam. But I'm just leading by example, okay? And showing others, and even the children, that they have that same ability to lead themselves and do whatever it is that they want to do in their world, and choose their world how they want to live it, okay? And that's all I'm really doing on this channel, fam. You know what I mean? Just by, you know, leading by example. Not leading because I feel like I know best, or I know this, or I know that. You know, that's not what we're doing over here, family. Only thing I'm doing is showing another perspective of an individual that decided to do something that may not seem exactly like everybody else is doing it. You know, I'm not playing follow the leader over here, fam. I became the leader in my own universe. I became the master of my own universe. I'm not on nobody else's chessboard. I'm not falling for any masters and they plan and this and that, whatever. I'm not looking in no book about it, about this being and that being. I decided to be the master of my own universe and come up with my own plans and be the co-creator with the divine and create my world exactly how I want to do it. Okay. All I realize is wait a minute. I don't have to do it. I don't have to do things how everybody else is doing it. I could go this way. When everybody else going that way, I'm gonna go this way. All right. I tried it that way already. I tried to look up too. I did it that way too. So I'm gonna go this way this time. Okay. And and I'm gonna allow the world to see exactly what happens when you decide to do it your way. Okay, when you decide to co-create and do it the way of the way that the divine within yourself is leading you to go, your own intuition, your higher self. All right, not anything outside yourself, your higher self, but that comes from loving myself. Okay, and that's all I'm talking about, fam. Cause and at the end of the day, it's like this, fam. You know, ain't nobody really could take. You know, you take look. If you take all the money in the world from me, take it away from me. If you take my kids, you take this or that or whatever, you take all that away from me, I'm still going to be at peace, fam, you see? That's why I say, you know what, peace is priceless. Because when everything is taken away from you, nobody can really have any power over you, fam. There ain't no fear. You know, I ain't saying you got to be without fear. I'm just saying it's nothing, you realize it's nothing that you have to fear. Okay, when I get $1 now, fam, it's like I got $1 million in the bank right now. Okay, I'm used to not, you know, when you get used to not really having anything, but you got that peace. You give me $1, you give me $5, fam. I feel like I got $5 million in the bank. Okay, it's like that, fam. It's like that. Okay, so imagine when I get $100. Okay, imagine when I get $100. That's different, fam. You know, you get everybody right now. They get $1,000 and they panic because they worried about losing it. You know, they may be worried about well, how what I'm gonna do with it. What I'm gonna do with it now. You know, and then they going and getting rims on the car, but then they can't really pay the car note, and then they end up can't pay the rent. Okay, so, and that's the world that we're living in, fam. If you think about all the ones that got all the wealth in the world, they don't, they're not going around with all the chains on their necks and got all the high fashion clothes on. They walking around with t-shirts and jeans on, fam. Think about it for a minute. they leaving the ones that lead us. You know what I mean? To go out and get your chains and get your designer clothes and this and that, whatever, and leave yourselves broke. And we got to go take out loans and this and that, whatever, get ourselves in more debt. And playing follow the leader, try to keep up with the Joneses and keep up with the bags. We're not falling for that illusion over here, fam. We're not falling for that illusion anymore over here. Okay. Look here, if I gotta wear the same thing over and over and over to make sure that I'm creating generational wealth for my children, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna go out and go get no $1 million chain and my children need to eat over there and I don't got no trust fund or nothing like that for them, fam. It's not gonna go down like that over here. We not doing that no more, family. We starting to be wise again. Okay, we starting to realize what's going on. You know, that may be a little bit of okie doke going on over here, fam. Wait a minute, it's something a little bit twisted. Okay, so look here. So I'm gonna leave that alone, fam. But let me talk about the children real quick for this time. We gotta get on this. Okay, so what I wanted to get on, fam, is at the end of the day, fam, I was talking about just having that peace, you know what I mean? And if the children have that peace within themselves, we teach them to have that, then our next generation is gonna be a little bit different than than what's going on right now, fam. You know what I mean? What's coming up right now, and we gotta understand, fam. If you gotta imagine, if we live in a world of duality, we got a world of opposites, okay? And you got to imagine if there's a divine being, there has to be another type of energy, okay? okay? If we have a divine energy, you have to be another type of energy. And so, you know, we have to imagine that, let's just say we got two beings in this world. A story of two beings. And I'm talking about coming from a place of a child, fam. I'm talking about coming from a place of an innocent child, you know, because like I said, fam, I was a child, so I gotta come to you, from this way, okay? A story of two beings, okay, and looking at it from an innocent child's point of view, that may not know everything that you know, that you learned. You may not have put up those walls, so very vulnerable, okay? So one of the beings, it's a being in a book. Sounds like a man, because we all, you know, they keep using the word he a lot. Sounds like he's sitting on the chair, judging people. It sounds like a little bit or whatever like that. They said he's jealous, and he's making a list and he's checking it twice to see if everybody been naughty and nice or something like that or whatever. Okay, so that's the being that I'm hearing in a book or whatever like that I was handed, and this and that, whatever like that. And then there was another being that's in the book, or outside the book, however you want to look at it. I think he's got a pitchfork and some horns, and he used to, you know, used to be one of the other beings, greatest angels, and this and that, whatever. And now it's the ruler of this world, okay? And this is what I'm getting at from a child's point of view, all right? Not from an adult point of view, but this is what I'm gathering from a child's point of view. Now, my imagination is running rampant already, fam. My imagination is already running rampant, okay? And remember, this is from a child's view. So, if you think about a worst case scenario that may be going on in a child's head, basically getting programmed from their gods, which may be the parents, which may be society, which may be the schools, okay, which may be the governments or whatever. But everybody seems like they're this child's god because they're being instructed, and they're not being able to really think for themselves, really, in a full format, basically, you know. And if you think about it, in that book, I believe there was a 12-year-old, a child, that they called, it was a 12-year-old child that was teaching in temples, basically, in that book. But if you look at it these days, fam, it don't really seem like there's a whole lot of children really teaching anybody in the temples in these days. It seems like there's a whole lot of adults, you know. I don't really see a lot of children. You would think the adults will be sitting down and listening to the 11-year-old and 10-year-old children teaching in the temples, okay? Because that's what a 12-year-old was doing in the book that I was reading. But you don't really see a lot of children doing that these days. You know, there's a whole lot of TikTok videos and this and that, whatever going on, and children being told what to do. So, you know, things got a little bit. I think things get a little bit backwards, fam. But anyway, let me get back to it though. So let's compare these two beings, basically. All right, and listen, fam. You know, I may say some things, you know, you may hear some things that us as parents, we may have forgotten, like I said, as adults. And sometimes we just need to be reminded of some things, fam. And I know this may be a sensitive subject and everything like that. And this is not to, you know, and I need to be aware, I need to be very kind in how I come across with this, fam, because this may be a sensitive subject for the children as well, because, you know, they actually may be going through these things, and, you know, we may not be aware of it, but these are maybe actual things that may be going on, fam, okay? Okay, so now you got to understand that fear can really paralyze a child, okay? Fear can really make a child doubt itself. It can make a child go into the shadows. It can make an adult go into the shadows. It can make adults, you know, pack everybody up and go and do some things crazy, okay? So imagine what that may do to a child, fam. And the thing is, we got to keep in mind that children will be bombarded with a whole lot of fear. We may be getting books handed to us as children that are talking about a being that wants to put us in the lake, put us in a fire lake. Or another being that, you know, is walking around here and doing bad stuff to us children. And then, even if we're not into all of that, fam, at the end of the day, we're gonna send them to the schools where they got to get certain grades, and if they don't get this grade, they're gonna feel small. If they don't get an A or a B or a C, they're gonna feel less than. They're gonna feel like somebody else better than them. They're gonna feel like, you know, they're not at the top of the class. Okay, that's gonna, you know, and you're gonna get those same children that's gonna grow up and gonna be adults that got pushed way back in them shadows just because of a grading system. Okay, and then, you know, fear gonna be put on the TV programs. They got all kind of stuff gonna be going on the television program, them kids' brains. You know what I mean, and getting stuff all into their systems. They're gonna be seeing all kind of stuff on there, fam. You know, that's gonna promote all kind of fear. Loud noises from just a police siren, you know, a ambulance siren, you know. Loud noises to a baby make a baby go nuts, fam. You think about it. You know, this is things that maybe you gotta understand, fam. These things may be actually by design. Okay, keep that in mind. Like I told y'all, you know, hey, look here, you know, from a child's point of view, and if I was, you know, as a child looking at everything, you know, this is exactly how I would create a world. You know, I would put, like I say, fam, I put fear everywhere. Okay, and ain't nobody gonna be safe. Ain't nobody gonna be safe, fam. So let me check my notes here, okay? So look at and the music frequencies. You know, you gotta understand. You do your research, fam. Look. You know, the same frequencies that are being used in our industry today is the same frequency that was used back in the day of a war that was going on by certain individuals that was doing some really ruthless things and using that certain same frequency, you know, on his citizens, okay? And wanted to rule the world. All right, so you gotta understand, fam. These same frequencies are being used these days, okay? So, and this music frequency is going against the calming frequency that makes this whole this being calm and relaxed. It's going totally against the frequency of the earth. It's a whole different frequency, fam. It may be something that's doing something to our bodies that we're not even really aware of. Okay, so you know, you got to check that stuff out, fam. This stuff may be happening to our children. Okay, and you got to imagine. And like I said, fam, if I was outside of my ego and I was outside of myself, what would I do? Hey, I would instigate wars. I would instigate all kind of famines and make sure people are starving, poverty, you know, modern day slavery. I put into the world. I call it jobs. Okay. Instigate all kind of abuse going on, and I don't care what kind of abuse it is. I have everybody going at everybody. I don't care what it is. Police brutality, whatever it is. Homelessness, broken homes, you know. And honestly, fam, I wouldn't even stop there. Why should I stop there? Okay, why would I stop there? The next thing I'm gonna go at, I'm gonna make sure I get it. I'm gonna get the kids, and that's what we talking about over here today, fam. We talking about. If I was outside of my ego, outside of my ego, and I was that other being, that God of this world or whatever like that. I'm gonna use some individuals that's in their ego and way outside their ego to get to the kids because they innocent. And the adults have already forgot about them, forgot what's going on with them, and they're going to leave them vulnerable to me, okay? And I'm going to put all kind of negativity and fear into the world, and in my ego and outside of my ego, I'm going to feast on those children, whether they know it or whether they don't know it. I'm going to have them so busy in their world of whatever they doing and illusions and paying their bills and outside of this and in their own egos and in their shadows that I'm going to make sure that the children are vulnerable and I'm going to go at them too. And that's why that's what I would do, fam. That's exactly what I would do in a world like, I'm not attacking or accusing anybody else, but I'm just saying, you got to imagine. You got to imagine, if in a world of infinite possibilities, what may be possible and what's possible may be going on with our children these days, fam. Okay? And look here. And you got to understand it's like this, fam. You know, and the thing is, and the reason, and why would I do this? You know, I mean, why would I go after innocent children? Well, you know, listen, if I'm allowed to go outside of my ego and I'm bored, and I'm greedy, and my greed done kicked in, you know, for wealth and for power, and I'm being controlled by something that's way outside my ego, you know, I know that I got all the parents and everybody. They worried, they sick, they busy, they distracted. They got other stuff going on. They not really gonna be paying too much attention to the children. They gonna be sending them to the schools and be sending them to the after daycare centers and this and that, whatever, and not really thinking about what actually may be going on with them. And the thing is, the children gonna be getting around other children that's going through the same things. Okay. And so we got a whole bunch of egos going on, and then we trying to figure out why certain children are bringing weapons and this and that, whatever, into the schools, or why certain children are crawled up in the corner, not really talking to anybody or whatever like that. Because you got to understand, fam, this stuff is going on inside them, and we're not really being aware of that, fam. You know what I mean? We may be sending them off to these buildings or whatever like that, these organizations, and thinking that that the children are going to these safe havens and this and that, whatever. But we're really not doing our research, fam, to find out where we really sending these children to. We may be sending them to certain places that may not have their intentions in the right place, man. Okay, you gotta understand, if there's another being, if there's another being, another anything that's inside this world that's feasting off our children and feasting off us, you know, it's not gonna fight fair, fam. I'm not gonna fight fair. Look at it. If I'm gonna be that other being and I'm gonna be the ruler of this world, I'm not gonna fight fair, fam. I'm coming at everybody, like I told y'all. Like I told y'all, fam. This is exactly what I would do. This is exactly what I would do. I wouldn't look at it. And as a matter of fact, if I see a few of them out there on the streets or whatever like that, and they, you know what I mean, this and that or whatever, I may pay a few people to snatch a few of them off the street because I'm bored too, and entertain me and my friends over here, okay, in a whole nother way. Because the thing is, we could get, you know, two for $5 out here on the streets or whatever like that, fam, like that, okay, you know, because of 10,000 kids, maybe $5 for this individual. Okay, it's like that, fam. It may be like that. You gotta understand, fam. It's all bets are off. And I'm just saying, what if, fam? This is just a story. Okay, I'm just saying, what if? Okay, and like I said, I'm not accusing or I'm not attacking anybody, but we gotta understand. We may not understand what's going on with the children are being missing, fam. You know, children are being missing, and like, you know, we really gotta, you know, put our heads together and figure out what actually may be going on in our world, fam. That's all I'm saying. We gotta really think about what's really happening with our children, what may be going on. We gotta take more, you know, be more. Even me, fam. I gotta be more responsible about what's going on with my children. You know what I mean? Like, there's not no pointing the finger. That's not what we're doing over here. I got to be more responsible about what may be going on with my children, okay? And like I say, fam, and if you think that I'm a monster about what I'm saying, about this and that or whatever, think about this, fam. That other being that's in that book is talking about putting people and judging people and putting them in the fire lake and this and that, whatever. And there's a whole bunch of individuals that are bound down to this being. There's a whole bunch of individuals that are giving up their soul and their hearts to that being that wants to torture children and say, listen, if you naughty or you nice, it's gonna be what this gonna be a price, okay? And sitting and judging everybody and jealous and everything like that, fam. You gotta understand what I'm trying to tell you. You gotta understand what I'm trying to tell you, fam. Hey, look here. Hey, you gotta say what if, because at the end of the day, like I say, I'm not trying to convince anybody or change anybody or anything, but that divine within myself is taking a look, it's taking a real good look at those two beings, okay, and saying, wait a minute, those two beings sound real similar. You know, from a child's point of view, fam. I'm not talking about from an adult. I'm talking about, I'll put it this way, I'm talking about from a child that has become an adult, okay? A thinking adult, an adult that's able to voice his opinion now, okay? And I'm not talking about anybody else's story, fam. I'm talking about my story, okay? And like I said, if I compare them two beings and kind of look at what's going on with them, I'm like, wait a minute. As a child, I'm like, you know, both of these beings are promoting fear to me in my world, okay? And as I go and as I get older and I find that divine within myself, and I'm looking at these two beings again, and it ain't nothing changed, fam. Okay. It ain't nothing really changed, fam. Like you know. And the only difference is I realized that I didn't find any peace with any of those beings. I only found that peace within myself. That divine that's within me brought me that peace, fam. You see? So, but like I said, you know, this is just a story that I made up, fam. And like I said, if I was to tell a kid anything about any of those beings, they would really sound the same to me. They don't sound like, neither one of those beings sound really loving to me, fam. Okay, I mean the divine within me is a loving being. The divine that's within me is not telling me anything about being no ruler. I gotta serve them or worship them, and it doesn't sound like it's a he or a she. You know, it's just totally different from these beings that I'm reading about, fam. That's all I'm saying, okay? And basically, you know, and that's what I wanted to jump on, and that's what I wanted to talk about, fam. I'm not really gonna go too much further than that because, you know, I just wanted to point out, fam, that, you know, we may not really know what's going on with our children, fam. You know what I mean? We need to really pay attention and really understand that if there was a person that was to come inside your house and come down your chimney late at night when everybody's asleep, laughing and giggling with a red suit on, and basically sound like he breaking and entering, okay? and the only reason he gets away with that is because he leaves some toys. You know, hey, look here, fam. You know, and the alarm ain't going off for nothing. I don't know, fam. That sounds like, you know, hey, it's something going on with that story, right? It's something going on with that, fam, okay? And we being led to celebrate that and this and that, whatever. But you got to understand what we may be teaching our children, okay? You know, you got somebody, you know, sneaking into the house and you know, and while we sleep and coming down some chimney and going back up. And then, you know, and then you got a story of, red-nosed You know what I mean? And people talking about him and this and that, whatever, and then all of a sudden they his friend. And you know, these are stories that are going on in our, you know, to our children, family, and you never may not understand what these stories may be saying to our children, fam. You know, these things we got to really really look at because, you know, we may have forgot. Okay, we just may have forgot, fam, and the world is different than when it was when we were coming up. Okay, they coming up in a whole different world, fam, and we really got to understand that you know, they saying some things that we didn't see when we were coming up, family. And this world it could be real scary for a child, fam. So we really got to revisit that. You know what I mean? We need to teach our children to meditate. We need to teach our children how powerful they are. And we need to teach our children to help them relieve themselves from a lot of this negative fear-based energy. You know what I mean? And let them use their imaginations in a different way these days and not really try to push our old doctrines and our old ways on them and allow them to be the leaders that they really are so they can help change this generation, family, okay? And look, the message got a little bit long, fam, but I just want to put it that way or whatever like that because the children are important, family, and they're really, you know, and they're really vulnerable, okay? So we really want to be nurturing to them, and we want to be nurturing to ourselves, family. We want to be nurturing, and we're vulnerable as well. You know, we may be doing the best that we can, family, but we may have just forgot. We may have just forgot, okay? And this channel is to help us remember, fam, and to help us come back to our truth. You know, because look, back in the day, the ancestors, you know, they went through some things and certain things were forced on them and they was forced in as slaves and this and that, whatever, because, you know, they didn't want to take, they may not have wanted to take that book and they may not have want to, you know, want to have anything to do with this other being. You know, but they may have had that divine that was within them, and because they didn't take that book, they were put into slavery and this and that, whatever, fam. You never know how everything may have turned out, okay? And so, down through the generations, all these things have maybe been passed down, and it may have been a part of the master plan, fam. Okay, now everything may have been working out according to that plan, and the divine has come here to bring order back into the world and restore order back into the world, fam. One child at a time, and that's what it's gonna be, fam. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what it's gonna be, to bring peace and to bring order and back into the world, fam. And that's gonna be generational wealth for our children. Okay, we're not gonna keep falling for the same illusions and the same tricks of the plan of these masters or whatever like that are doing whatever they want to do to our children and to us, keeping us distracted over here by entertainment and making us look over here, and when our children wanting to go inside here and we talking them out of it. Okay, so keep that in mind, fam. You know what I mean? Talk to the children, be aware of where we sending them off to. You know, even when we sending them off to schools, what they're learning. You know, some of the smartest children were homeschooled. You know, so Einstein, you know, look here, it's like that, fam. Okay, you got to understand, if I'm going to make up a master plan, I'm going to involve everybody. It ain't nobody going to be safe. Wherever you send them at, they going to be mine, okay? It's like that, fam. It's like that. Fear, okay? You know, they going to get afraid of money, just chasing the bag, you know, all of that or whatever like that, fam. But when you realize that having that connection with the divine, it brings wealth in a whole nother way, okay? And it also comes with the bag, fam. And I'm gonna let my life be a testament of that, okay? Like I said, fam, I'm not gonna look at. I may have all the money in the world, you may not ever know it, okay? Because it's like that. Because the thing is, I've already got peace, fam. So it don't matter if everything was taken away from me, I'm gonna still smile. You see, I'm gonna still have that happiness within my life, and I'm gonna draw all those things, those beautiful things, to me, okay? Because I'm not worried about, you know, whether or not I gain that money and lose it again. I'm not worried about that because I'm still gonna have my peace, and that's what's priceless, fam. And that's what we're teaching over here on this channel. All right, and that's what we're teaching. Get that connection with the divine again. Teach the children to have that connection with the divine again, and see what's really going on inside their heads, fam. See what they really got to talk about. We may be able to learn a whole lot from the children, family. We may be able to learn a whole lot from them, not them learning from us. We may be able to learn a whole lot from them. Think about it. Think about it, okay? Hit that like button. Subscribe, leave a comment. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all support, family. Hey, listen. Hey, ground yourselves. You know, hug your children. They mean everything to us, fam. They our world, okay? They our next generation. All right? And hey, look, my heart goes out to them. I was a child. I'm still that child, family. And I'm doing this for them. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me. And I'm doing this for them. Okay? Doing this for all of us, fam. That's why I came back here. I signed up for this. All right? I signed up for this. All right? Send me, I'll go. That's what I said. I'm going to go. I'm going to go through everything. But at this time, I know I was going to be able to connect with them. All right? They mean that much to me, family. I mean that much to me. I love y'all.